Wow, it's Knuckles' triumphant return to the stage and the screen. He's back. It's Knuckle. Knock knock. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Boxing Day is a day for Knuckles and all echidnas worldwide. Everybody's marching in the streets. Everybody's walking in formation. Babies are clapping and cheering. As Knuckles waves on from the back of a limousine.
Shoot! I failed.
That's right, Sonic. You could never capture the people's heart the way Knuckles has today. To call it a failure is perhaps, I don't know, a bit much. Give yourself some credit. There's no and Knuckles without Sonic 3, of course. Knuckles no Densetsu. That's right.
If you hit him fast and hard enough, you should be able to climb up to the core.
That's great advice, and I hope Knuckles takes it to heart. Today we're playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles as Knuckles. On this Sunday afternoon. On this long weekend Sunday afternoon. I was just in the mood for some classic Sonic, so that's what we're here to do. Let me say my hellos. Hello, Sardus. Hello, Zero-Elec. Hello, Frog-Type Games. Hello, Anthony. And Knucklekesserwara. I'm sure I nailed that. And hello, Frog-Type Games again. And hello, Zero-Elec again. This is a great day to redeem Sonic Adventure gotchas. Because we will be playing Sonic, actually. I realize, as much as I have Sonic integrated into my, like, redeems, I don't play a lot of Sonic games. And I think part of the reason of that is, like, I don't know. You probably know Sonic. I know Sonic. I don't really know if I have a lot of new and potent insight to any given Sonic game. It could be nice to play, like, a new-to-me Sonic game, maybe, someday. Say, a Generations or a Colors or some such. Or maybe, like, a ROM hack. But in terms of just, like, you know, your standard bread-and-butter Sonic games, Adventures 1 and 2, the classics, the Manias, others, you know, what's there to be said? It's Sonic. It's time for Sonic Superstars. I don't know. Maybe. I would sooner play the Sonic Advances than Sonic Superstar, to be perfectly honest with you. And that's primarily because I know that, like, the main thing people don't like about that game, like the number one criticism, is long-ass, Donkey Kong Country-ass boss fights. And boy, I know that would get under my skin. That was a problem I had with, like, Mania. It's a problem I have with Sonic and Knuckles, to be frank. Or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, to be frank. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. This is the music that gets you hyped to run around in a 2D plane, doesn't it? But yeah, I know I was saying all that, but ultimately I was just like, you know what? I haven't played Sonic 3 and Knuckles in a while. I always really liked the Knuckles route. And, like, let's freaking try it. I've just been in the mood to try and play through Sonic and Knuckles all in one go. And I don't see why not. I don't see why we shouldn't do it. They should have put Trip into Sonic 3 and Knuckles. They should have. Someone might yet. Or someone might have. There's still room. Hello, S. Happy Sunday. Did everybody have a nice Valentine's Day? I know I mostly spent it gaming and posting online. Now, Earl in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That would be the crossover of the century now, wouldn't it? Now Sonic 3 Oh, you were saving a video game for Valentine's Day and then you forgot to play it. No. Oh yes, I did have it going, I did have this up and running and I just soft reset it to get it back to the start so we could enjoy that awesome 5-frame pre-rendered animation of Sonic lunging at the camera in a way that's scary. So I grew up with Sonic 1 and 2. And then later, by the time it was like secondhand, I ended up getting a copy of Sonic and Knuckles. It wasn't until much later that I experienced the full package. But I was always fond of, at least Sonic and Knuckles. And Sonic 3 and Knuckles is also a quite good game. I don't hold it in as high of an esteem as the first two, because I played those, like, as a baby. So it's hard to, like... It's very difficult to, like, remove those from, you know... They're a kind of game where it's, like, hard to imagine not liking them. You know? Because it's just, I can't imagine a time in my life where, like, they've just always been there. Unlike Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which I came to a bit later. Do I not have... Okay. Excellent. I mean, you gotta give it up for this music. And you gotta give it up for this background of Sonic. And wow, they've got saving in this one. That's how much of an adventure this one is. Oh, well, my advice to anyone who wants to get good at classic Sonics is play them from baby-some age, and play it so much that you just memorize all the nonsense and get really good at all the levels. You were around people who held this game in the highest regard and sort of assimilated that opinion. Yeah, many such cases. I mean, you know, in terms of years, for gaming, 94 is a really interesting one. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff of this caliber where it's like, you know, the 16-bit era's last hurrah, their last great ride, you know? While also, like, 32-bit is starting to slowly emerge from the primordial ooze of billboarded sprites. Sonic CD is another one I came to much later, and as a result, had a relatively mixed opinion on at first. I've since grown to appreciate that game. I played that game during our Sega CD experience, during the Sega CD marathon. We ended it with Sonic CD, and I was like, oh yeah, this game's awesome. We are Knuckles today. Fuck Sonic. Who gives a shit about that guy? Knuckles has a shorter jump and a slightly slower momentum, but he can also glide, which I always thought was cool. And he can climb up walls, which I also thought was quite cool. And he can break certain obstacles, which gives him access to whole different chunks of the levels and routes and paths than the rest of the gamers, than the rest of the cast. You heard of this guy? You heard of this Knuckles character? I feel like Knuckles really makes, like... I don't necessarily know that these games are in their levels are conducive to exploring. Like I think I just did a bit of extra flying around and ended up just at the start of the level again, which is cool. But I always enjoyed gliding and being able to skip chunks of the level, and I enjoyed being able to climb and explore around and wander around. But yeah, this is always kind of regarded as, like, Sonic 3 and Knuckles hard mode, I think. Due to his lower jump, lower speed, and some of his route is, and some of his extra side paths are just plain old harder, because they're designed to accommodate his unique skill set. But I always thought that was cool as fuck. I mean, even if it is hard mode. I think it is hard mode. I'm not trying to argue that it's not hard mode, I guess. I think these B's stand for barrier, which is very funny. I always just called them shields. Maybe the B's stand for bubbles, actually. Who else fucking with the electric ball bonus stage? The electric ball doyless stage. It's a little bit blinky. I wouldn't be surprised if we're in the bitrate dimension right now. But I think this is one of the more underrated tracks in the game. One of the more underrated music tracks in the game. I like this game, I think. There will be nits to pick, I'm sure, but overall, I really do. I am playing this game and I'm remembering that it's a good video game to play. Oh yeah, Knuckles does lose the shield abilities. Oh, well, of course. What's in here? A whole different ending? Well, it's the same mini-boss. Yeah. It probably is very bit-ratey due to the wiggly-wobbly background. The waterfall plus the red. Yay! It's fun that you can play keep 'em up with the signpost at the end. One thing I don't love about this game is the way the, like, score, time, and rings text, like, has, like, a gray drop shadow. It doesn't, it, like, makes it look very, like, weird and washed out, you know? I don't know what that's about, if that's, like, just a palette moment or what. This game famously, you know, released in 2 halves, and then you needed to lock on, like, they released Sonic and Knuckles with a little flap on top. I don't know. We all, do I need to, like, we all know Sonic 3 and Knuckles, right? You all signed up for this class because of your extant expertise in all things Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I'm sure, right? Oh, the bitrate Halo Killer. Whee! Ba ba ba. Do we like Knuckles' unique pushing animation? I think it's using frames from... I think it's using frames from his, like, normal walk cycle, but just... Or are these unique? I think it's supposed to be like he's punching through, or he's trying to punch through, right? We're not going for Chaos Emeralds or anything of the sort. We're taking whatever bonus stages as they come. And we'll see what happens. That's the plan. I'm on a mission to kill all the bitrate. I'm on a mission to broadcast the most compressed video Twitch has ever seen. Do we like how Knuckles is rendered in the bottom left? Like here you can see that the rings text has the black drop shadow, so it looks fine. Maybe it's like it's a per level thing. It's a levels palette thing. I wonder. Do we like how Knuckles' text next to his lives is KTE for Knuckles the Echidna instead of Knuckles, the text of Knuckles? Do we like that it's K bullet point T bullet point E? And who the fuck is this? I do think it's a little bit of a bummer that we lose the intro of Sonic and Knuckles mode, where the Egg Robo shows up and bombs Knuckles for no reason. Like, this is supposed to be like after the events of the Sonic route, right? Like after the Death Egg has fallen, after Eggman's out of commission. The flickies are red. His smirk is a bit menacing. He is meant to be a bit of a dastardly rival, and he just does his cool Sonic CD jump down to Hydro City Zone. I forgot that he had that sprite, that Sonic CD dive sprite. Ba-da-ba-dow-dow. Hydro City is nice. At least I think so. I like the Labyrinth Zone tiles that you kind of see in some of the places. I'm fond of Labyrinth Zone despite its many flaws, but I do think this is an improvement over the vibe of Labyrinth Zone overall. And plus the music for both Act 1 and Act 2 does bang quite severely. It would be awesome if there was a patch to change it to STH for Sonic, or MTP for Miles Tails per hour. I understand why this was the Sonic 3 zone they brought back for Mania, you know? I think this does kick Labyrinth Zone's ass. I won't deny it. MTP is good. Oh, I should breathe water. I mean, air. Yes, that's right. I like these weird little things. These, like, buoys in jail or whatever they are. Nice little detail. Funny little wiggly guy. And, like, I don't know. This is, like, the only, I mean, it feels like it's the best water level across the classic Sonics, right? And in terms of, like, fun to playness, like there's water sections, but it never really feels like you're sacrificing the famous speed of the Hedgehog. Okay, I think this is a guy who's actually kind of tough as Knuckles due to my shortened jump. Tidal Tempest is also very strong. Tidal Tempest might be Tidal Tempest definitely feels much more like a stronger execution of the Labyrinth Zone, like, aesthetic, and Hydro City feels a bit more like it's doing a different thing, I suppose. The other water zone that comes to mind is Aquatic Ruin, but I feel like that kind of only half counts. But it is kind of the water level of that game. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Did anybody ever play Sonic 3 alone? Sonic 3 solo and freeze frame when the signpost was spinning to see blue Knuckles or green Knuckles, whatever color he was? Yeah, you literally don't have to go in the water in Aquatic Ruin. I like Aquatic Ruin a lot, but I feel less strongly about its aesthetic than I do about all the other water levels, I guess. I just think that if you're doing a water level in Sonic, you should have, like, symbols like this around embedded into the walls, okay? I think you should have funny little crests and emblems everywhere. And the rest is, you know, dressing on top of that. Do these stink of Amiga droplets, and they do drop on us. But do they have any effect? It's not like they hurt us. Maybe they, like, extinguish your fire shield or something? I feel like you would have to be trying to get hit by those, though. I don't know. I do appreciate whenever any Sonic character gets put into this pose, getting spun around and floated in the air. I do like Knuckles' sliding sprite. It is endearing when Knuckles gets alarmed. Ba-da-ba. So yeah, we're playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but Sonic 3 and Knuckles on its own, despite being one of the longer classic Sonic games, probably won't be enough to cover a whole stream, so I do have some extra stuff planned, some extra classic Sonic related stuff. Some extra classic Sonic as a different character type of stuff in the chamber, should it be warranted, which I suspect it will be warranted. I will say I do prefer Sonic and Knuckles' invincibility music to Sonic 3's. Sonic 3's invincibility music is like music to go insane by, for sure. Now, hold on. Oh, it's still... I forget what exactly the... I think it's ring count that determines what bonus stage you get in. But I forget exactly what ring count determines it. There's 3 total that it can be. Especially if you play as Supersonic a lot. Like, Supersonic in Sonic 2, like, you know, that song does get you excited, but it will get old after a while. Oh, but when you're Supersonic in Sonic 3, it's like you're experiencing a new type of sensation. Oh, my lup. Ba-da. Oh. Yay. With Bubble Shield, we can breathe underwater. It's just such a short loop. That Sonic 3 Supersonic theme. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh. Now, normally, Knuckles would stomp on a button to trap Sonic Hedgehog. Yeah, you would think it would limit my air instead. Not how it works. You should be able to suffocate on land with the bubble shield. Oh, check out this awesome new power I found. The counter starts playing. Check it out, Knuckles. Check it out, Tails. I can make a timer start counting down anywhere on land. Oh. The slot machines. The Sonic 1 slot machine. Yay. It's just like Sonic 1. There's shapes in the background. I don't need more rings. I'm just in for the love of the game, I suppose. Nice. They did become obsessed with gambling. They did decide we should put slot machines in our game. And every game going forward. It's Sonic 3 and Knuckles, baby! Welcome in, Orange Soda King. We're going Knuckles mode on this one. Oh yes, another boss made quite a bit more difficult due to Knuckles. Oh, and even his pattern is different. He doesn't come down to the water to raise the thing, so we have even fewer opportunities to strike his ass. Oh, you have Mega Collection for the GameCube. Oh. Yeah, Mega Collection, I remember being very annoyed at, like, just booting up and exiting out. Like, it's so annoying to unlock in Mega Collection. Like, it's very much like they intended it for it to be like, you'll naturally unlock this over the course of all the playing of, like, it's like one of those, like, unlocking Mewtwo and Melee things. Like, just like, oh, it'll naturally happen. But, like, I don't know. I'm glad that's not a way to unlock things anymore. I'm glad that people... Well, maybe they do. Maybe they still do. Marble Garden. This is the first of 2 levels of the Sonic 3 set that I really don't love. It's fine, but there's like a lot of instant death stuff around, and it bugs me. Plus, it's like long. All the Sonic 2 levels, all the Sonic 3 levels feel really long for Sonic levels. Yeah, exactly. If I was actually playing 20 sessions of each, then it'd be like, okay, great. Wow, you mean I can play Sonic 3 without hearing the Knuckles beat? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. This feels like I should be able to... Or maybe this is like a Tails moment. Maybe this is meant to be a Tails... No. Look at this. Well... Okay. I don't think this is where Knuckles belongs. I do like the spring mimics, the spike mimics. It's very funny when you bounce off of a spike, a spring, when you spring off of the spike guys and then go, wait a second. Hey. Hey now. I do enjoy doing this also. Being an oval. And then just bouncing forever for fun. I kind of fuck with Sonic 3D Blast. I think it has great music. I think that's the main thing it has going for it. Fuck these spinning tops. I don't like them at all. I would rather glide. So one thing I like about Knuckles' route is that it does kind of smooth over my main points of friction with this level, I think. Easier to navigate with Knuckles, IMO. But yeah, Sonic 3D Blast is interesting, and I like it, but it's also... It's also odd, you know? Like, it somehow doesn't really feel like a Sonic game. I kind of want to check out the Saturn version of Sonic 3D Blast, because that has a completely unique soundtrack. And I think it's also by it's by one of the European Sonic music people. I forget if it's by the Sonic R team or like the person who did the Sonic CD USA soundtrack. But it's a very different soundtrack. It's a much more vibey soundtrack than the Genesis version. Oh yeah, this is our first bonus. This is our first Joyless stage. Well, unless you count the lamppost ones. But we can get blue spheres. Do. Great song, all-time song of smiling. I used to be really down on these bonus stages because I didn't like how the music sped up and made you panic. Made me panic, at least. But, like, I don't know. Much like the Sonic 2 bonus stages, it really is just... The Sonic 2 special stages, I guess I should say. It really is just a matter of, like, you memorize the layout and then execute. There are so many Bomberman games in the world. Perfect. Also, sound of obtaining a blue sphere, very satisfying sound. Pew, pew, pew. Ew, ew, ew. Not quite. Not quite that. Oh, Knuckles' continue icon is kind of awesome. He's small. He's 2 apples tall. 2 apples tall. Wow. I love the sound of FM. I think it's cool and crispy and neat. I like it. But I don't like these tops. They are weird and unintuitive. Should I leave this top behind? I guess I'm Knuckles, so I'll just climb. Oops. Boss. It is a little tragic we miss the we lose out on the funky mini boss beat of Sonic 3. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Ooh, come on. But I do like this mini boss music also. I know that there's like a there's many mods out there. There's like Sonic 3 Air and like Sonic Revisited, Sonic 3 Angel Island or whatever. There's like versions of Sonic 3 and Knuckles that are like they let you customize it to an extremely granular degree. If you want like Sonic and Knuckles, like if you want to restore the Big Hands boss to the end of launch base, if you want to restore Sonic 3 things to Sonic and Knuckles, like you can really fine tune your Sonic 3 and Knuckles experience to the degree you want. This is just the vanilla version. This is just you popped Sonic 3 into Sonic and Knuckles on your Sega, Genesis, or Mega Drive. I do like this spinning spiky pole. Fun obstacle. Ooh, extra life. Hey! Knock me off the top of the ledge, why don't ya? Not very nice. Meow, 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 meow. Ba-da. Ba-da-bow. Knuckles is cool. Do-do-do-do-do-do. His name is Knuckles. Here he comes, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call him Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, he don't chuckle. He'd rather flex his muscle. My intent for bonus stage lamppost style is I'd like to actively try to get them until we see all of them. Which is to say I would go until we see the gumball one. Cute Tails portrait on the slots. He's got the nosy. Does our life count max out at 10, or does it keep counting upward after we hit 10? Bum 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 bada bum. Oh, this is the perils of gambling. You lose it all in a heartbeat. Robotnik shows up and fires spikes at you. Huh? Hey, there we go. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-doo-dee-da. I like his crouching pose too. He's ready to go. Ba-doo. Oops. Anything up here? Any treats for me? What if there was a Knuckles? That's fine. You don't have to say every thought you have out loud. Especially if it's an incomplete thought. Is this a... that's scary. That'll kill me instantly. And I'd rather not die instantly. Call me old-fashioned, but I'm a fan of not dying. Oh. Beep, 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 bo. Knuckles. Ooh. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm getting blue spheres. It's such a joyful samba beat. It just makes me want to shimmy your little body. And I feel like there's a lot of, is this the song that has, like, a really, like, soft arrange? I'm thinking of, sorry, I'm confusing this one with the file select music, which has, like, a very soft-spoken, like, sweet arrange in like generations, I think. I don't know if this has ever gotten that treatment, at least not in an official capacity. I think that there's a cap on how fast the pace of these things can get, right? Yay! It would be kind of cool if it could keep going faster and faster and faster forever, and then eventually underflow back to being super slow. Like how the Super Mario World music can do that if you somehow keep eating a green berry at the perfect time. To let the timer go from 100 to 99, and then back up to 100 and back down to 99. It's a Super Mario Broth thing. Okay, well we climbed up here and we found a Chaos Emerald, so it was worth that much at least. Ba-da-ba-da. Anyone ever play the Sonic & Knuckles collection on Windows PC? The one that had MIDI soundtrack and the unique songs for Sonic & Knuckles, the upcoming levels. To possibly, presumably, I forget how confirmed it is, but I think it's been confirmed that it was to, you know, the forthcoming levels had music by Michael Jackson, or at least a songwriter of Michael Jackson's. And so they are completely replaced with original songs. And some of those original songs kind of do bang. I want to say the color of the stars denotes which bonus stage we're getting, but I forget which color corresponds to which. So it's gambling forever. Tails prize. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. It's Tails' prize. You've just won Tails' prize. You've just won Sonic the Hedgehog's prize ring collection. Thanks for playing. Okay, right. So now we're on the Knuckles, the bespoke Knuckles section of the level. Rumble, 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 rumble. I do like a lot of the alternate Knuckles path stuff, the way it incorporates forcing you to climb and glide everywhere. It's cool, it's neat. I don't know if they've ever executed like the multiple characters thing as well as they did here. I think that's the main strength of this game. Many other Sonic games, it feels nowhere near as like, oh, this is Knuckles' route, rather than just, oh, I'm playing the game but with Knuckles. Even Sonic Mania is not as much of an alternate route as I would have liked. I think there's like a couple of spots where you can diverge. I think there's like Green Hill Zone, and there's like there's at least one unique Knuckles level. Knuckles gets like a sky chase at some point. Which is cool. But it's still nowhere near as much as you would necessarily hope to see. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. And now Knuckles gets a unique boss. Remember having to fly around and jump off of Tails, or use Tails as propellers to strike him in the air, and it felt like shit a little bit? Well, what if it was this instead? 3 these red flickies. Ba 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 ba. Carnival, nice, with a unique intro segment, I think. It's theme of clown. Oh. I used to really dislike Carnival Night because Act 2 is like one of the few acts where I felt like I was constantly at genuine risk of running out of time. But I think I've softened up on it over the years. I think it's pretty okay. These are weird platforms, though. I guess that they're like balloon. But I don't know. They wouldn't feel out of place in like a meat level, you know? I'm glad Sonic never went to the meat dimension or inside a creature. And now it's time to fight the penis robot. Penis defeated. Dr. Robotnik is going to have to make a Yonic robot now to compensate. He's never been much of a biomechanical kind of inventor. I suppose you have a point. I mean, he is. You do gotta have a little animal in there. You do gotta have a little tiny animal inside there, for some reason. For many of his most notorious creations. So there's a bit of that horror. If only a seed of it. Yeah, it's never quite in like the meat horror scale of things, is it? And that's good, because that's kind of he can leave that avenue open for the wow, I avoided getting crushed there. Will I avoid getting crushed again? Yes. If only barely. Holy shit. Okay, there we go. There we go. Funny circumstance for Knuckle. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-do. I love to fall into spike pits. Has anybody noticed this about me? They're calling me the spike pit streamer. The first ever streamer to... Gerald? Yeah, no. Gerald had that meat horror. He did invent that bio-lizard. He did invent that funny salamander guy. And, like, yeah, like, it can be the realm for the various, like, horrible gods that he keeps trying to summon. They go into meat horror, and then Eggman can be like, what? Oh, this is disgusting! Oh, yeah, Knuckles just doesn't have a boss here. Cool. No problem for Knuckles. And then we teleport to the ice cap. We don't get to snowboard, which is tragic, of course. Someone cleaned up Sonic's snow avalanche. Now the ice cap beat. Everybody loves the ice cap beat. Hard time, something, oh something. I like these rotating shapes. I like these pre-rendered, whatever hedrons. Ice crystals. Boom, boom, boom. And the penguins. I like this section of just long gliding that you have to worry about. Anybody ever try to do the front-facing Knuckles as you're gliding? Again, kind of like a Yoshi Super Mario World situation. You can't quite get Yoshi Super Mario World front-facing the same way you can here with Knuckles. He's always looking just to the side. But it is a funny-looking sprite. So it is a worthwhile and noble endeavor. It's very bug. it's very it's quite creatureful. From the side, a graceful beast gliding through the air. From the front, a fucking bug who is your enemy. Bro is scuttling for sure. Bro is scuttling and scampering. Gumball! Yay! Hooray for Gumball! Oh, Doyless. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. It's playing the Act 2 music. But we are in Act 1. Funny little moment. Now to kill the orb. I'm such a fan of using my getting hit iframes to tank my way through bosses. Also, yeah, the drop shadow on the font is normal in this stage, so it must just be a palette thing. It must just be unique to Angel Island. Or maybe other levels as well. Oh, I didn't knock any of the signposts, not even once. Boop-boop-ba. The tasteful build of Ice Cap Act 2. You gotta admit. It gets the club going crazy. Tink, 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 tink. Tink, tink, tinky, tink, tink. Kind of a heater. They were cooking with hard times, and they just had to have...
Long time no see!
Amy, it's always a pleasure to see you. We might even see you later this stream, if we're lucky. Oh, brother. Poor Knuckles. Bum, ba, bee, boo, ba. It does suck. It does stink. It is nice that they put her in Origins. You know, even though Origins has many problems, it's still, you know, nice. But yeah, Amy Rose deserves her own adventure. I guess she does also have her Sonic Adventure campaign. We're done with bonus stages. We've seen them all. We're not gonna get anything more out of them. Other than shields if we really, really desperately need them, but I think we'll be fine. Right, we don't jump off of these. We just get flung. Love this background. Love the parallax ice flows in the background. But if there's Knuckles... no! Frozen Knuckle. No! Frozen Knuckle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yay! Freed the penguins! And now, yet another banger beat. I see that there is an achievement for beating this stage or act without ever pressing left. That seems difficult, but we'll try.
Yes, God dwells here.
Yes, it's true. Go. Go. No. You gotta press left here, of course. That's an interesting achievement. That's probably gonna be an interesting route to take to try and figure out. Riding in Robotnik's famous teacup ride. Go, 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 go. I do wish there was less of the instances of you climb up and then you get to the top and there's just something there, so you stand and then you immediately fall. The never press left thing, so that's something that people have tried to... that makes sense that people have tried to do it for Sonic games. I feel like that's the common criticism of Sonic games, is it's, you know, you just hold right. That's all it is. You just hold right and you win. Oh, Knuckles can turn left by doing this. That is true. Oh, my. I don't think those walls I was at were climbable, though. But I guess I didn't try, so I'll never know. Frogs that are holding ball and chains. Boop-boo-doo-doo. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. I'll have to check that out. I am an enjoyer of the genre of challenge video, but it's so hard to separate the real stuff from the clickbait, you know? It's a bummer when it's like, can you do it? No. But or it just, you know, might just be, I don't know, stolen slop of some variety. Oops. No. My rings. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. I don't even know how I ended up on this particular route. Oh, this is just we're climbing above the building that Knuckles would have exploded, right? Yeah, that's how they do it. 2 of them. Knuckles can get no relief. This ain't no party, and this ain't no disco. Ah, this ain't no fooling around. Nope, I don't know why the music stopped and restarted, but that's cool. 200 awesome points for me. Oh, it is. It must be a just click, do one of the acts sort of situation. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-do-do-do-do. But the boss is gonna be tough, because we do have to famously fight Mr. Big Hand. I think it ends here, right? Unless this perhaps... Ooh! Hello? Okay, well, never mind. We can just get a Chaos Emerald, we can collect all the blue spheres, we can collect a Chaos Emerald, we can avoid all the red spheres, and don't forget to bump off bumper spheres. Unless you don't want to, that's your choice. You are Knuckles, you're Knuckles, and you love blue spheres. Knuckles is Knuckles, and he loves blue spheres. Knuckles is Knuckles, he collects blue spheres. And on and on. I forgot to turn left. Oopsie daisy. Bo-bo-bo, ba-da-bo-bo-bo-bo, ba-da-bo. Oh, that would be good. That would be... Wait, no, that would be terrible, actually. That would mean a lot of red spheres, because there's a lot more red spheres than blue spheres. Ah, no. Ah. The water level rise. Okay. Uh-oh. Live! Knuckles, won't you live? Knuckles won't live. Knuckles is already hard mode, so why not, make it even harder? Surely our resilient Knuckles can handle collecting a couple red spheres. Surely it's a trivial matter for our Knuckle. Okay, so no dawdling here, is sort of the situation. Yeah, if we don't dawdle, it's fine. It's almost like the game about speed wants you to go a little bit fast sometimes. Bubble, 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 bub. Oh, more exclusive Knuckles content. Ooh. Go! 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 What if instead of the heavily compressed sample of Go was me with all the crystal clarity of my mono microphone saying, Go! 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 Go, 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 go! Improvement. Mild improvement, a severe improvement. A brave improvement, a bold improvement. No. It is very interesting to me that they make Knuckles fight this guy in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but they don't make Sonic fight him anymore. This guy, I mean. The Grabby. Mr. Grabber. The Grabbler. Kind of an iconic guy, IMO. He's really tough. You really need to jump quite precisely to land the hit. But it feels like a much more fun kind of difficult than, say, Sonic 2's final boss, which is really, really punishing. Like, you gotta be, I don't know if it's quite pixel perfect, but you gotta be damn near perfect. Knuckles' rival fight. Knuckles should fight Sonic in this campaign. Whew, okay. All good. Oh, this guy. The Grabber is Knuckles' rival specifically? I guess they are opposed in how to use their big ol' mitts. Knuckles clambers and punches. He hates to grapple. No! Awesome noise. Awesome sprite. Ba-da-ba-da-bo. Yay! Okay. We've gotten halfway through. We've gotten through the Sonic 3 portion. Let us take a little break, okay? Let's get up and stretch. Let's flex our muscles. Let's flex our money. And we'll be back after a little melon break for some more Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Enjoy melon bread. We are back in Mushroom Hill. The thing is, they tried to fit all of the Sonic 3 and Sonic Knuckles level onto the Sonic 3 cart, but there just wasn't much room. I like Mushroom Hill Zone. I feel like it's got one of the more underrated songs of the Sonic 3 and Knuckles catalog. Fun, funky little ditty. Nice and simple. Mushrooms is bouncy. I like the badgers that throw mushroom at you. Much to enjoy here. Oh, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-bo. Ba-da-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And then the bouncing mushrooms, which are secretly orb. Eggman's Badniks really got comfortable here in Mushroom Hill. Down in Mushroom Hill, I got to find my lost piece. This sprite of him like scrunching up his leggies, flexing. Oh, the lumberjack. He is felled easily. Oh, the sound got awesome for a second there. Knuckles, do it! Oh, I'm the smartest gamer ever, and I forgot my water that I poured in the kitchen. One sec. Okay. All's well. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-da. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba. And then suddenly it's autumn. What? Seasons changing. This is the most realistic video game ever. Ba-da-bo, ba-da-bo, ba-da-bo. Oh ho ho ho. Is that a path for Knuckles I spy? You know, I'm gliding, but this is probably another situation where it can probably just fall down. Oh, and now it's winter's, the mushroom green. There we go. Oh, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-do. A perfectly harmless satellite. I guess I'll destroy it. Oops. What is this, Sonic Advance 2? What's going on here? No, I fuck up. There we go. No problem. Who needs rings in this twisted world? The awesome sound of the flying battery approaching. I love the funny mole pilot of the flying battery. And of course, it's the battery that's flying. You gotta admit, it's a pretty cool little level.
It's in the Mystic Ruins. The fastest way is by train. Let's go!
Let's go. Are you sure the fastest way to the Mystic Ruins isn't by air, as we're currently going? I guess Sandalphyllis is kind of a mystic ruin. It's fun to have the Eggman airship not be the final or penultimate level of the game. That's a fun little bit of pacing that I've always enjoyed about Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. 16 lives. What am I gonna do with all those lives? Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. I get so scared now. I get so scared now. Well, it's a scary ship full of scary stuff. There are spikes and traps and lots of bad Nick's flamethrowers over this. Oh. Ow. Why don't we get some blue spheres, folks? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, I don't care about perfect. I just want an emerald. Guaranteed, though, I'ma find that emerald. Yay! Three emeralds is plenty. 3 emeralds is nothing to write off, you know? Prison eggs that go bouncy. Wow. Ah. I like the computer mouse that's also a mouse enemy. I think that's cute and a good guy. Funny little guy. Okay. There we go. Now it's... What? This guy's not a prison egg at all. He's a... guy. And we can trick him into bonking himself on the head repeatedly. Ah. I feel like he's got a more aggressive pattern than I'm used to. Yay! It's just fun. It's just fun, you know? What's better than this? Oh. Still, pretty good. up, up. What does Eggman need all those mesh tubes for? Nope, don't die. Does Eggman need any of this? These are the questions. Much of it is probably vestigial or ceremonial. Whee! Up, 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 up. I don't like these weird spiral thingies that can crush because of how they can crush you very easily, but I do like how they look. I do think they're a fun element of this level. And its looks. Oh, I'm a little bit greedy. But that's okay. Awesome guy. Awesome guy designed to carry Knuckles or Sonic or one of his friends. Ooh, that was a close one. It's weird seeing Egg Robo out and about piloting this thing. It's weird to see him standing on his own two legs. Well, as your master once did, you too have now destroyed the flying battery with your own two hands. You think anybody, I mean, probably. I have to assume that the answer is yes to this question because there's nothing new under the sun. But you think anyone's ever done like toony type art or role-playing of Egg Robo? I know the various Metal Sonics have definitely gotten plenty of it, both official and otherwise. But you never hear people talking about Egg Robo. You never hear people saying, when is Egg Robo's redemption arc coming around? Also, Robotnik is here. Front-facing Robotnik that they forgot to draw. Or maybe they did draw it, but they just fucked up and didn't actually implement the check or something. I forget exactly what it is. That happened here. But he's got one last trick up his sleeve, and it's this funky little guy. Also extremely bug-like. His most creaturesome sprite for sure. Oh yes, I got just a little bit of the glitch where Robotnik's flames end up looking like numbers. because I hit the prison egg so early. Yay! You see that a lot in tool-assisted runs, speed runs. The desert! This is probably the most mid-level of the Sonic and Knuckles bunch, I think. It's fine. It's okay. I just think there's a few things where it's like a little sluggish and slow, more than I'd like. Like these guys, you can jump on them and then they take you down, but you can also just jump down and ignore them completely, and it's significantly faster. And that's not just a Knuckles thing. Sonic can safely jump down and simply not have any trouble avoiding those guys. And if you don't know that, like, then those things end up just they just eat away at your time and lead to time overs all the time. Oh yeah, we haven't appreciated Knuckles' awesome tilt animation yet. Where he goes, whoop, freezes, and then kind of wiggles around. Pretty good. Pretty enjoyable stuff. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. I do like walking around block. What was Eggman cooking with that one? Eggman was surprisingly mimic focused in this one. Ooh, it does feel fun when you can kind of smoothly glide into exactly where you meant to go. Ooh, a bubble shield in the desert? Huh, now I've seen everything. Ah. Huh? Hey. Okay, it's fine, I guess. Also, I can't imagine the wiggly heat waves are doing the bitrate any favors. I don't think this is gonna be as much of a bitrate dimension as Angel Island Zone was. Eggman's deadly trap can contain... I really liked the idea of a trap that contains Knuckles. I guess that's a lot of... I guess that happens a lot in the Sonic route. Many traps for Sonic that contain Knuckles. Oh, then we have this long-ass sequence where the pyramid rising from the earth. And then this guy, who you can waste a lot of time bonking around, but the secret to beating him is just lure him into the pit. He looks fucking awesome, but once you know the secret, it's just like, okay. There's the flying battery cannon that you have to get to kill itself. There's the flying battery prison egg that you have to get to bonk itself. They were really into like trick style bosses in this game. But the problem is that ends up leading to like every time you replay it, it's just like, okay, I do this and I win. It's not the most exciting of experiences, you know? Alright, in we go. And of course, the ghosts will already be appearing here. Because Sonic has already been here to free them from their prison. Fans of pushing switches and then racing towards timed doors as they're closing. You are gonna love Sandopolis Zone. Oh, this is just for a electric shield. Whatever. That's a nice touch. That it stays destroyed. Oh, interesting that apparently the game stops keeping track of whether or not you have a shield, or whatever memory address seems to deactivate whenever you're sliding. According to the little notification I'm getting on the bottom left. The achievement priming and unpriming itself repeatedly. Right, this is a weird one with a weird solution. We have to like cross paths at a certain point. Is it here? Yeah, that's right. Yay! Ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. Fans of the sound of doors closing slowly and chunkily. Sandopolis Act 2 might be your summer vacation destination. No! As a kid, I was really scared of these ghosts, which is very funny because they are not threatening at all. Also, I realize I don't actually have to free the sand because Knuckles can climb up without having to worry about the sand and take this slow, but oh well. But yeah, the ghosts A take forever to start attacking you, and B are not that much of a threat when they do start attacking you. If anything gives me anxiety, it's the constant cha-chunk, 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 cha-chunk of a door closing somewhere. Keeps giving me the impression that, like, oh, I've gotta move, I've gotta move, I've gotta move, I'm gonna miss a secret door if I don't advance. Oh, and now they're overlapping. Now they're singing their sweet song so awesomely. Awesome. I do like when they go fast and you get that jackhammer sound. No. Finally some food for Knuckles. Ah. His name Knuckles, the echidna. He can go on unique paths and he can climb and he can glide and he's the guardian of the Master Emerald. Knuckles can't make that jump. Concerning. Oh, but Knuckles, of course, has a route. He has a unique, awesome path to go. There we go. I don't know why that was so difficult. Right, this is a weird room as well, isn't it? No. Yes. We let some sand down, and it doesn't risk crushing us. Oh, and now we have to fight the awesome beast. No. Sonic bosses love to let you jump onto the arm so that you can reach the head. Onward into the lava reef zone. This is another zone where you're beset by constant noises, grinding and such. You can't be killed, can you? This funny digging machine. No. Understandable. Lava reef pretty good. Hard time, gotta go getting my wife. Hard time, gotta go finding my wife. The exploding rock enemies that claim they're giving you 100 points when they die, but they don't really. Funky time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, shimmy, 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 cha 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 cha. Step to the left and to the right. Boo. This one feels the most like pop song of all the tracks that we've heard so far, I think. I think, okay. Wow, this is difficult for Knuckles. Like, it feels very just verse, chorus, and then the chorus is very, like, we're going up, and it's high now, and it's hopeful, and then it kind of resolves on this. Not that there aren't other songs that feel like pop songs in this game. There's definitely noticeably less with the, you know, the no Masato Nakamura, with no Nakamura here. The influences feel much wider, you know? But this particular track feels just straight up like, oh, that could be a Sonic 1 or Sonic 2 song. It's a great and Knuckles song. Come on. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. There we go. Yay! What does it look like off screen? That's a good question. I bet that it's like being piloted by like a tiny little orb guy. Like a pitiable little Orbulon guy. What? Fire and ice? What happened here? I really like the Sonic Mania version of this track with the guitar. Yeah. It feels like it almost feels like it's giving like Spencer Nilsson Sonic CD soundtrack or something of the sort, right? It feels very Sega Saturn, for sure. Hey. Ba-ba-ba-no. I do also appreciate, it's pretty rare we get an Act 2 that feels like it diverges so strongly from Act 1. Like, there's traces of the Act 1 song, like the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do is there. But it really feels like they're trying to make it its own unique, bespoke tune. And I think that is great. Especially compared to some of the Sonic 3 songs where it's just like, we like turned off some of the tracks and then turned them back on for a little bit. Ba-ba-ba-da. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is pretty cool of a video game. Knuckles is here. Knuckles is going to die! Just kidding. Knuckles will never die. This seems like a fucked up little platforming moment. I'm glad we've got these exploding... We've got these... You sure we want to keep firing these spiked balls up in the air and then down again? Yes, of course. It's vital to my plans. You think we'll get the Death Egg off the ground out of thin air? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Oh. Oh yeah, no boss here for Knuckle. His obsession with juggling started with that spiked ball bouncer. You would ruin his fun little act? I get why they put Hidden Palace there. It feels very, pointless. The inescapable claw. And now for Knuckles' true final foe. Egg Robo fucking dead. It's this guy now, okay? He is much easier than the Sonic fight of the Metal Sonic fight of Sonic 2, because every single time you can just every single jump, it always starts with a short hop, basically. So you can stand in front of him and always be safe, unless he lands facing backwards. Then you gotta jump. Pretty low octane. They do add the boss music to it to make it a bit more dramatic. I do like that the Angel Island is slowly sinking in the background, very slowly, very gradually. But... oh, fuck, he's really gonna do it. Super Metal Sonic. Super Mecha Sonic. Ah... the window to hit him is very, very tight. You can't hit him then. You can only hit him when he falls down like that. This fight is actually pretty fucking tough. Yeah, this is the moment that you know, many children, myself included, I won't lie, said, "Oh my god," about. This is badass and crazy. What do you mean Metal Sonic can be Super Metal Sonic? The implications are astounding. Ah! My ring! Yeah, this is Super Metal Sonic's theme to me more than it is Doomsday Zone theme to me. Because getting into the Doomsday Zone legitimately was an extremely difficult task for child me. Yeah, I mean, like the fight at the end of Stardust Speedway is definitely like pretty iconic. But I feel like this is kind of a class of itself, right? It's very, you know, it's a fun way to flip the shonen influence on its head and make you go, oh my gosh. It is a little bit funny that it's like, oh, Metal Sonic is back all of a sudden at the end. It wasn't Egg Robo at all. Who gives a fuck about Egg Robo? No wonder Egg Robo doesn't leave an impression. He gets murked in 1 second by this guy before he's hit before he hits the Master Emerald. Oh man. The Angel Island is getting so small. It's getting so low to the ground. Boop, 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 boop. Eventually it will merely be island. It would be funny if he timed me over. You got plenty of time left till that becomes an actual threat, but given how limited the opportunities to actually hit him are, it's probably possible. It's probably very, very possible. With a couple of ill-timed whiffs. Man. Devil Island, depending on how hard it hits the ground. Ooh, I like the way you think. We'll turn Angel Island into Devil Island. Man, I would love for you to fire your beam. Oh, the dive down. Rare. I'm tugging my collar. I'm getting a little nervous. There you are, my friend. that particular cycle felt like it took a comically long amount of time. Okay, now we're in this phase. There we go. And he pants like a dog. And he's rescued by none other than Sonic. Kogren Lattice to Knuckles. The day is saved. Or is it? I forget if Knuckles gets a unique ending if he actually gets all the emeralds, or what. like an ending where the island goes back to being floating rather than continuing its descent. Well, let's enjoy a medley of Sonic and Knuckles music. Well, what'd you think, everybody? Did you like Sonic 3 and Knuckle? Did you like and Knuckles of it? Favorite level, least favorite level, favorite boss, least favorite boss, baby song, least favorite song? I think that game holds up quite well. I think I had a lot more fun playing this than I expected, to be honest with you. And I expected to have some fun. Like Knuckles would gesture, thumbs up. Absolutely. Way to keep in the spirit of things. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Bow, 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 bow. Like Knuckles always say, okay, that was groovy, let's do it again. Bow. Oh yeah, Knuckles does not get to play in Death Egg Zone. But I think that's a small price to pay for getting to have an epic Metal Sonic moment. I do like Death Egg in this game. It's fun to be upside down, it's fun to... It's fun to navigate the perils and traps. It's one of the stronger levels, I think. Cube Corp. Boop 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 ba boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep ba. Knuckles and Sonic 3. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. But that's the fight not finished. Well, I guess I didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds, did I? Don't you know it? That's Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So, I think what we'll do is we'll take a break, and then I'll play one more game of the classic Sonic genre. I think we will play as Amy Rose in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Amy Rose. I ain't never played the Amy and Sonic 2 hack. I've been in the mood for some Amy Rose Hammer type action. So let's go to do that. But first, let's take a little break, okay? Let's go to Melon Break, get up and stretch, and then return for just a little bit more classic Sonic-style gaming, okay? Okay. Welcome back to the world of gaming. What if Amy Rose was in Sonic 2? What if it was pink? Oh, I have Tails on my side? Can I... Sorry, Tails. Tails, nothing but respect.
Sonic, sorry.
Oh no! Now it's Knuckles' turn to declare himself a failure. I think we will play as Amy alone. Yay! Look at her! Girl detected. Oh, she has that as well. Yay! Amy's very high but vulnerable leap. I've never played this particular mod, but I've always been very fond of Amy's Sonic Advance moveset. It's good. It's fun. Whee! Look at her little leggies go! She can do it. It is very satisfying to land a hammer style bouncy off of a foe. This is just one of the powers of girls. Right. It does take some getting used to play, because we have a dedicated jump button and we have a dedicated hammer button. I do have to do a bit of rewiring to remember this is a 2-button game now, not a 1-button game. I have 2 whole buttons to worry about at this point. I do enjoy when I swing the hammer and I'm going really fast and you get to see the trail of hearts behind her. What if Amy could kill Dr. Robotnik? It might be awesome. They really gave her the cuteness, which is good and important. It's cool, sweet, and catchy. And even the flickies are pink. Otherwise, though, it's Sonic 2. You know Sonic 2. You don't need me to give you my opinion on Sonic 2. I quite like Sonic 2. I like it the normal, healthy amount. The instinct of curling up into a ball instead resulted in some slightly silly, in a slightly silly outcome. Oh. Interesting. This is down in a hammer while in the air. I'm glad they gave her a super peel out. Oh boy. Probably won't be the first time that happens, certainly not the last. Ah. Oh, the cute peeking over the edge sprite? She's not losing her balance. She's just like, ooh, what's down there? She's so self-assured and confident. Yay! Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day.
You can really hear the exhaust note of the car screaming through the night air.
You absolutely can. Hello, Muware. We beat Sonic 3 and Knuckles as Knuckles. And now we're going to beat Sonic 2 and Amy as Amy. Hi, friendo. They did turn Sonic into a girl. And I think that's awesome. No, that's not... That's, well, many are turning Sonic into a girl. But Amy is not... Amy is not that. Amy is her own hedgehog.
What's that?
That's Amy Rose. Don't you know her? Don't you recognize her, Tails? It's alright. Oh, the pushing sprite is cute as well. Ooh. So honestly, a little peek behind the curtain, I was considering... I was doing this, I had a separate wheel stream planned for today. And then I was like, you know what, whatever. I kind of just want to play some Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Also, hi, Amidian. That's true. I think, doesn't Sonic CD come before Sonic 2? Or am I mistaken? I know at least they were developed in tandem. Oh, Amy died. Oh, Amy go all the way back to start. Amy dying really... derailed my train of thought there. It'll come back, maybe. Right. So I was initially planning on doing a separate wheel stream, and then I said, you know what, whatever. Let's just play Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Something nice and light. It's a long weekend. I don't feel like putting such a high amount of effort into the stream. And then I was like, well, Sonic 3 and Knuckles... Well, the problem is that's not going to be enough. So maybe I'll check out a character hack of Sonic 2 or Sonic 1. Because there's so many, and I've never played any of them. Wait, there's so many. Why don't I try making a wheel of them? Wouldn't that be so fun? That, of course, fell apart very quickly as I realized the scope and scale of what I would be undertaking if I were to do that. Because there's so many of them. And some of them range from, like, Sonic characters to, like, one-off joke things to, like, you know, Mega Man X Yoshi, these classics of gaming. Oh, her acrobatic leap trivializes the famous challenge. I like her pink shoes as well. Then I said, okay, never mind that. We'll just pick a couple and we'll do whatever we feel like. I do have one more hack of Sonic 1 set aside. Different character than Amy. Who could it be? Oh, this is actually going to be tough. Oops. Freaking oops. But yeah, there's just so many, and and there was no earthly way I was ever going to... be able to actually differentiate the wheat from the chaff. Wow, I got a game over in this one. Have a nice nap. Thanks for stopping by, Anthony. I will good luck and have fun with Hammer. Oh, she's cry. Don't worry. Don't worry, Amy. We'll continue. You can't be mistaken chaff for wheat in this climate. In this day and age. No, she's getting trapped by the Spideys. I love these sprites. Well, it'll be hard to appreciate them with the shield in the way. But her spinning around sprites are quite cuted. I want to say this hack might be like 20 years old also. Maybe older. It did get updated like surprisingly recently. Like I was looking it up and it's like it was initially released in like the aughts, I want to say. But this latest version of it is from 2025 in fact. So bless whoever's keeping Amy Rose alive in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And 1 and 3. She's in all kinds of games lately. I like this era of Amy where she has the kind of like, she almost looks like she's not quite sleepy. She has like she definitely has a certain friendliness to her face, you know? It's not quite sleepy, but it's like very like listening to what you're saying in an enamored way, kind of. It's very politely, you know? Okay, it's fine. Yes. Yeah! I have also wondered this. She's slow blinking like a cat. Yep. Okay, I figured this... I figured this guy out and still almost got by the classic bit of dying at the end. She's definitely doing I have died waiting every day waiting for you eyes. Oh, her idol animation where she wiggles about. Yay. The aquatic ruin samba shuffle. Everybody grab your partner. Put one hand on your hip and one hand on their shoulder and shimmy back and forth. Ba-da-da-da-da. No, okay, it's fine. Can Amy actually get up at the top here? No, I don't think so. Just shy. Hey. I suppose we should enter a enter a special stage just to see your sprites in it, if we get the opportunity. I do kind of wish that hammer jumping didn't require a complete stop. But maybe that would make her too powerful. Maybe that would make her too fucked up. Ba-da-ba-da-doo-doo-doo-doo. Pardon me. Pardon me. You see, I launched my Amy directly into a grounder. You understand. Oh, does she have... She has peeking over the ledge from behind as well? Okay, this is important. Oh! Blink, blink, blink. Sitting so politely. Yay! Oh, the way she looks underwater is kind of awesome. She's got like her clothes become beige and gray. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going up here now. Oop. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Oh, I get to keep my rings. I don't start with 0 rings. Interesting. I think that's a Knuckles in Sonic 2 concession. God, she's got such a leap. Ooh, I was scared. Yay! Nothing to be scared of. Amy Rose can go to the gambling spot. Let's gamble. Let's have fun with the slots. Let's win lots of rings. Let's not lose any rings. We can have so much fun just gambling in slot machine world called of casino. Let's become fucking rich. They say the house always wins, but I also win. Call me the host the way I'm always winning. You gotta see Amy Rose's portrait on the jackpot on the slot machine. I know we've done a lot of slots today, but this time is different, I swear. Really? Let me in. Let me play. There we go. Yay! She looks great. do 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 do. Shocking and surprising nobody. Amy Rose is here. Boom, boom, boom. I was a little early there. It's Amy Rose. Amy Casino time. Gambling's cool and fun and sick and healthy for you. The slot machine, they never lied to me. Yes, the slot machine, they never lied to me. I love those slot machines, and so do you. Come play with me at the funny casino for hedgehogs named Sonic and Amy and Tails too. I've never, I feel like I say that every time I play this level, but I've never understood what those little bouncing guys are meant to be. And pinball, of course. It's awesome. When I had a flip phone, this Horizon was my flip phone's, like, background for much of its lifespan. It was simply a nice Horizon. Guys, we're really gonna make it in the big city. Okay, we do gotta see her special stage sprites. And wouldn't you know it, they're good. Bum ba dum ba dum ba 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 da do. Was it last year that I got the mastery on retro achievements for Sonic 2 Vanilla? I think that was my first time actually making an effort into getting all the Chaos Emeralds and realizing, oh, it isn't actually that hard at all. It just literally is a matter of rote memorization. I'm very fond of this goofy-ass song, though. And this crazy-ass bass line. Yay! Amy did it. Amy is so full of Chaos Emerald. Gems bonus. When was the last time you got a Gems bonus? This is actually gonna be tough for Amy, isn't it? Okay. Maybe it's actually going to be trivially easy. I like how blitzed out his car is this time around. Yay! Acrobatic Amy. Pink bears! Pink bears are freed. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bow. These pissed off, angry orbs fated to live in. Oh, so close. Fated to live on a seesaw forever. What are your favorite Amy Rose memories or moments? We're all a big fan of Cool, Sweet, and Catchy. We like when her theme goes pa pa paya paya. And oh, okay, I can just hammer through. Nice. I like when she walks up to Sonic and emits hearts in Sonic CD. It does kind of have... It is kind of giving Dusty Dunes Desert, isn't it? Just put a little bit of radio static at the start.
If you want to stay on board, you must be able to pass it. So pay attention to what I say.
Eggman has joined the Nightmare Blunt rotation. Terrible news, everybody. To be fair, what he is asking is not entirely untoward. He's just being a little bit rude about it. Of course we're going to pass it, Eggman. Who do you think we are? Oh yeah, no, Tails, we can't introduce Tails to the stuff. He's not ready. Both Tails and Sonic would not be pleasant, I think. There we go. Honestly, the majority of the Sonic cast is definitely not pleasant. Not pleasant. I mean, it's not for everybody, you know? Knuckles still has his Dare essay on his fridge. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Oh, we can cancel out of the spinny. By just swinging our hammer normal style. I see. That's handy. Ooh, big stretch. Damn, I'm hungrier than I thought I would be. I guess it is about the time of dinner. Do da dee. I don't know. I was thinking about ordering some Chinese food. To be honest with you. Because my grocery situation is not so good right now. Boop-a-doop-a-doop, boop-a-doop-a-doo. Syrian takeout. Yes. Absolutely. Yay! I'm definitely hoping for something that makes me say, so yummy. That's fine. We'll just come up here. Do-da-do-da-do-da-do-da-do-da. Well, that was quite sick, and I didn't even mean for it to happen. Her little hanging and dangling her feeties. Quite good. Quite a delight. Alright, there we go. Mystic Cave Zone? Yeah, Mystic Cave Zone is pretty undeniable. Irresistibly funky. And an easy contender for Best Sonic 2 song. But there's so many heaters, it's really hard to pick. Oil. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Ah. This isn't one of my favorite songs. I don't mind it. In terms of, you know, desert level music, I'll take it over Sandopolis Zone, personally. I do really like the look of this level. I like the purple. The purple against orange. Yeah. I mean, it's basically there. It is in the long tradition of quote-unquote Orientalist music, you know? The twirly doodads. I'm not sure what you're referring to. It very much feels like yeah. It feels like it's an extant oil refinery that he happened to occupy. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think it's perfectly fine. But if you're trying to rearrange it and you're busting out the sitar, tread lightly there, Mr. White Boy Sound Designer. Be careful. Oh, yes, these! Like the ones on this elevator? I did hear about Round Ball Rock. What can I say but happy All-Star Weekend, I suppose? Hi, Snake Man. Anyways, for more on the subject, I recommend that one video that was making the rounds a while ago. The tragedy of a Western stereotype, something like that. The flattening of a region's tradition into this scale. This one musical scale and so many instruments. It's a good deep dive on the phenomenon. Yeah, and that's the other thing, is that the only thing here that really evokes desert is, I guess, the sun. And, like, you know, maybe the oil. Perhaps there are certain nations of the desert that have a lot of oil that they might be trying to invoke here. Oops. Anyways, I'll also just say I don't necessarily come to Sonic the Hedgehog music. They couldn't call it OPEC Ocean. No, they would have never been allowed. Oh, fuck. Okay, I found a ring, it's fine. Yeah, I'm just saying I don't necessarily come to platformers from the 90s and their desert levels if I'm looking for authentic authentic depictions of culture, you know? Not to give them a free pass or anything, but just to say, you know. Anyways, also as a dreaded white boy myself, there's only so much I feel comfortable saying about it. So let's go on to Metropolis Zone, where the beat is funky fresh, and the acts are 3, and the stars are a little bit redder than usual. It's the most polarizing zone.
You can really hear the exhaust note of the cars screaming through the night air.
You absolutely can. It's the most polarizing zone in classic Sonic history. Everyone hates it. Well, I guess that isn't polarizing if everyone hates it, but I like it. But again, I'm a sick freak. I'm a genetic freak and I'm not normal. It is the least intimidating feeling Eggman stage. It is a rad zone. The music is perhaps on a bit of a short loop. I think it could have used like an extra... I don't know. An extra section or two in here. I don't know. I kind of... One thing I majorly fuck with in Sonic 2 is the pacing of this end segment. I know a lot of people say Sonic 2 starts to fall off around, like, Hilltop. But I think the pacing of, like, suddenly there's 3 acts, and then there's a bunch of, smaller, more climactic levels that kind of advance the story along. Like, I really like Sky Chase Zone as, like, a palette cleanser after this, and then leading into Wing Fortress Zone, which, does feel quite climactic. It does have, like, sitcom... It does have, like, sitcom energy. It's very much like... We're just, you know... You think we'd never get... You think these guys would never get along. But somehow they do. And the mischief they get up to along the way, boy, it'll have you howling. America's fastest hog velocity. I hope that's a statistic someone in America is measuring. You know, like, also bear in mind that Sonic 2 is like one of the first games I ever played, so I'm a bit of a freak about it. I'm more willing to forgive its flaws than many. But perhaps in that truth, I find some kind of bravery. Or something. Wah, wah. Ah! I've been poked. Ba-da-da-doo. It's Banjo and Kazooie. It's Banjo-Tooie. It's Banjo and Kazooie. Oh no! Oh, she fell 2 times. Your childhood platformer was Rayman 1, and you don't need to investigate your opinions on that game. You say you like Rayman 1, and people just say you're weird and move on. That's so fucked up. Won't anybody consider the Rayman fans? Oh, you know, that's a smart move. Emulation is very overwhelming, and it's easy to kind of put yourself in a Steam library situation where you've got millions of ROMs and no excuse to play them. One of the joys of streaming is I have excuse to play many kinds of ROMs. I mean, legitimately acquired images. Really? Is it that hard? I feel like of all the libraries, damn it, of all the libraries, N64 is like one of the more limited ones, you know? Like, some people might struggle to even come up with 10 N64 games. I'm not one such person. I'm pro N64 overall. But I'm just saying. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I also don't mean to put you on blast. When you have multiple instances of dolphin, that's always scary. Yay! Bada-ba-bow. Hybrid heaven, I see. So you're a bit of a connoisseur. Oh yes, nowadays since I'm doing much more streaming and also retro achievements gaming, I've organized my BizHawk into... Also, Archipelago doesn't play nice when you have multiple copies of BizHawk installed. I've learned that the hard way. So I've since gone on and organized my BizHawk relatively smoothly. But, you know, for a while it was really quite messy. Ooh. Ogre Battle 64. Those Ogre Battles. I rated y'all into Zoe Techie playing one of the Ogre Battles on the Super Famicom or the SNES. I'm not sure if it actually got a release North America side, but those games are very, very mysterious and interesting. Or at least what I saw that time was. Oh, March of the Black Queen did get a release. I see. The best way to play it is the fan translation of the Saturn port. I see. Of course. And a recent take on the series, Unicorn Overlord. Good name. Listen. Maybe once I'm through with Guardian more, then we can talk about other tactics games. You know? An untranslated Hayate the Combat Butler raising him as your only DS ROM. I love this for you. Man, they really got my ass. Is Hayate the Combat Butler unknown? I mean, I guess if they are having a DS game made about them, I should. Then they're obviously a certain degree of known. I guess the question is, should I be aware of Hayate the Combat Butler? Should I be wary of Hayate the Combat Butler? Am I at risk of getting approached by Hayate the Combat Butler? Ba, 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 ba. I love Eggman's funny little inflatable babies here. Why do you make these? Oh, it's like a Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue situation. Well, I mean, the DS was one of those systems that everybody made 1 million games for. It was hard to escape it. Everybody wanted that dual screen dollar. Oh, our first gold medal. What was it in? I think we got a little bit owned in hockey. I also did hear tell of the curling drama. I did watch a little explainer about the curling drama. They were getting accused of cheating and they were not so happy about it. In moguls, I see. I think we are generally, like, with maybe the exception of hockey, I think Canada, and like curling maybe, I guess too, I think Canada's usually pretty, a pretty small presence in the Olympics. This is a bit of an Earthbound song, isn't it? Yeah. That felt cool. Also, best badnik in the game. Dad and baby. Mom and baby. Oops. Yeah, like, we do fine, but, you know, we're not, like, raking in gold medals by any stretch. It was like a big deal when we won a gold medal for the first time in our own country in Vancouver, 2012. I remember that was like a very, very like big moment. Because we'd hosted the Olympics 2 times before then. And we never managed to win a gold medal when we were hosting. Oops. Tails, you're looking quite a bit redder than usual. Yeah, exactly. The hockey boys stay hockey. They stay in the penalty box, you know? I feel like I never hear about hockey players crossing over to any other sport. I guess it's already a rare enough instance when it happens, like, anywhere else. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Bum-ba-da-bum-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. It is Eggman's big old fuck-off ship. It's so big it can pilot Eggman. Tails is dead. It's sad how this happened, but he was aware of the risks, you know. Bum-ba-da-bum. Oh, this level's boss is gonna is gonna be kind of nasty, isn't it? Any chance I can use Amy's awesome leap to... Yeah! Ba-da-da-do. Da-da-da-do. Bonk. Oh yeah, compare this to Flying Battery. Eggman doesn't even have like a little control thingy. He's just standing there watching the carnage unfold. Fuck this guy. Although that was a pretty nice little cycle, wasn't it? It's funny that Eggman made this guy and then was like, you know what I need? I gotta make this guy again. But with the capability of blowing up my own ship, of course. Onward and upward we go. Tails didn't die at all. Wow. Bo 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 bo. Yeah 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 yay 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 yay. Amy Rose in space. The one place that has not been corrupted by capitalism. Spies! Alright, let's see how we handle this as Amy Rose. Okay, not a great start. Okay, there we go. This is with the spikies, right? Yep. I think I remember finding that out when I did the Wave 64 stream. I remember finding out that the license of Kawasaki jet skis had, since its release, been stripped from any like subsequent Virtual Console type releases. It's possible I might have brought that up, but it might not have occurred to me because I was too busy enjoying the power of racing through the wave. Okay, we do have a continue. Don't worry, everybody. Bow, bow. Smart of them to put their most difficult to listen to song in a section where you only have to listen to it for 1 second. Oh. We'll take that. There we go. Alright, now how's Amy Rose gonna handle this guy? Actually, with her big jump. Not that big jump. The other one. The other big jump. With her other big jump, she should be able to... What? How'd that happen? Oh, I see. B when I diving. Well, that's cute. I somehow went through the whole game without even doing that. This is the jump of getting big. Right? Yeah, okay. We have to bonk in and then bonk out. This is Big Amy's big moment. This is what happens when there's a large Amy. And remember, the bigger your Amy, the larger your Amy. Fuck! I fucking die. Oh, we do have a continue left. I'm quite confident in this strategy, even though it's gotten me killed instantly every other time. I guess have to weave it a little bit more smoothly. Okay. Yeah. Bonk and then get out of there. Let him get out of here. Oh, man. Amy can leap this whole arena with 2 hops. Almost like Amy is really cool. Ah! Still, proof of concept. It's real. It's possible. She can hop an arena with relative ease. Makes making hop seem such a breeze. I've got Silver Sonic on lock at the very least. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do they mean by this? This guy's a bit of a fucker. I know they love to bring him back 100 times. And he is certainly iconic. But boy, oh boy. Okay, that was a little bit risky, but we ball. And at the very least, the Amy strategy is going to be a lot faster than beating him the traditional way. I remember for a while, the conventional wisdom about Knuckles in Sonic 2 was, oh, it's a shame you can't actually beat the game because he can't jump high enough. It's impossible. Like, you can bop him when the belly comes down. Like, it's tough, but it is doable. It is possible. But yay! Amy has done it. I love you, world's smallest ending screens. Yes! That's our Amy. And that's our shining day on the doorless stage. It's Amy Rose, Amy and Tails. Amy is real, and yay! Yay! Amy Special Edition. Oh, big stretch. Well, thanks everybody. This has been a fun afternoon of Sonic the Hedgehog in a classic style. I'll go over here while the credits roll and try to find somewhere to send you. Let's see. It does seem like Catatonia is still alive. Catatonia is playing Vagrant Story. Fans of PlayStation 1 games that look awesome and have yaoi. You're gonna want to stick around for this one. And then what? Yeah, so thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. Just kind of a chill Sonic-style, Knuckles-style, Amy-style stream. I'm gonna order food, and it's gonna be awesome. Plans for the week: Tuesday, Blaster Master; Friday, Guardian War, the usual. Expect a potential extra stream, maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday we will play some Neo Turf Masters. I entered a Neo Turf Masters tournament with some other VTubers. Myself and Hexagon Witch. We are team the softest golfers. We will do our best to win at various Neo Turf Masters. So that might be Wednesday. That'll be happening throughout the coming weeks. Keep an eye out. And yeah, that's all. That's the plan. Probably next Sunday I'll try to do the wheel stream I was initially planning on doing this weekend. We'll see how we feel. But yeah, thanks again. Merry Amy Rose, Mary and Knuckles, and have a good rest of your weekend, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, it was almost so well-timed to the end of the raid. Oh well. Bye.
Barrier Trio Bean. Barrier Trio Bean and friends, hello, welcome. You've arrived just in time for me to fight a large dragon. What were you up to today, friends? Too fast. Okay. A classic Sonic Sunday. Sounds great.